My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire. Daily climb? Actually, let's just check the daily climb. It's one of those certain future daily climbs. I'm not a huge fan of those, to be entirely honest with you. Do I recognize the name Chartreuse? Or do I just recognize the color? By the way, when I look through the top 100 to see if I recognize anyone, a lot of the time people will be like, damn, bad feels, Raps didn't recognize I was on. Whoa, Copy Bee's here! Copy Bee's the one who did the Singing Bowl and Ironclad art that made it into the, I think it was the 36th patch, weekly patch update. Yeah. All right, I recognize someone. I was about to say, a lot of the time I'll get, oh man, bad feels. Rhapsody didn't recognize that I was in the top list. If you've never commented on the videos before, how would I recognize you? It's like a lot of the time it's from people who've never commented before, and I'm like, okay, like how would I know? Well, I recognize one, Copy Bee. So that's one score that I'm gonna have to beat. I obviously recognize the final words of Cowboy Bebop. Literally look directly to my right and I can see a picture of Spike Spiegel. A painted canvas, actually, of Spike Spiegel. Anyone else? No, not that I'm totally aware of. Okay, so. Good. It's quite high scoring. Ooh, and the shiny starting deck is replaced with one of every rare card. I've done that very rarely with the defect. Okay, sure. We'll do the daily. I imagine you have to have already known that, considering the title of the episode is probably, you know, what day it is. Granted. Excellent. So our starting deck, gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be a copy of every single rare card. So what does this tend towards, right? This tends towards power build pretty easily, right? Because you've got Amplify, you've got... What the hell was that? I'm gonna quickly check that I haven't seriously broken something, because that was a bad sound. That's not a good noise. Actually, you know what? My hard drive is almost full. I have just enough time here to save it from filling up while I'm recording this episode. Hell yes. Move those to recycling bin. Gotta make sure that I delete them from the recycling bin. This is the type of thing that I should do before the episode, but unfortunately it's a daily, so I can't restart. There we go. Now we've freed up the space for the episode to continue recording. It still had like 7 gig, but like the pre-rendered files come out to like 12. All right. Amplify, Creative AI, obviously Echo Form. Creative AI has more insistence because it gives you more powers. There's Buffer, there's Electrodynamics, there's Bias Cognition, Machine Learning. So that's probably what we want to go for, but are there any other strategies that are immediately obvious? Well, we have a lot of high-cost cards. Meteor Strike, you know, like Meteor Strike is the most obvious one, but Creative AI, Echo Form, and then to a lesser degree, All for One Fission, Electrodynamics, I guess Thunderstrike as well, and Hyper Beam. So if we saw like an Enlightenment, that would be a really good pickup as well. For a long time here, we're not really gonna have a choice in what we do though, so it's time to just roll damage. Well, there's no defense in this deck, so... Oh, it's Bias Cognition, Electrodynamics. Just short of the kill. Damn it. Okay. We need some defensive cards in this deck, so I'll take a leap. Thank you. I'll try and make this a Highlander deck as well. I mean... Oh no, Hyper Beam Bias Cognition will kill. None of those. This is going to be a relatively quick fight, so I'll be able to play the Bias Cognition without having too much of a downside. Then I'll seek for the... No, that was wrong. I should have seeked first. Never mind, I've got Hyper Beam. But I should have seeked first, and then it would have amplified the electrodynamics. I should also upgrade Seek as like a priority. Gain 75 gold. By the way, Big Game Hunter, elite enemies are now swarming the Spire and drop better rewards, which means they drop rare cards, which means I'm not going to be taking anything from them. And the map also contains only one path at certain future. Just for the rest of the modifiers in there. Okay. Straight up attack damage is a little few and far between here, unfortunately. I'll take none of your damage this turn. You're defending this turn. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Then we get to Core Surge. I'll Fission for an extraordinarily small amount of damage. Electrodynamics is not going to do any damage. Never mind. Hyper Beam will, though. Hyper Beam is going to carry us a lot through the early game because we don't have much attack. I don't want to just make it a Hyper Beam deck, but it's so possible to do. I think this is the path most people would have taken. I think they would take the first Hyper Beam here, and then they're probably just going with like a ridiculous Hyper Beam deck. You know what? I actually think that's going to have better success. I can't imagine why. I'm going to seek here to take out our Leap. Leap Hyper Beam, take absolutely no damage. As long as I get Hyper Beam in the next hand, we're fine. Oof. Rough. I'm going to attack Potion. Wow. Okay. Now I can defend myself with Block Potion. It's the important part of this. Sure. I guess Meteor Strike's the only thing I really care about right now. Gives me a bunch of energy back. Guess I can play All for One, Rainbow Electrodynamics. Alright, so we did manage to perfect that fight. Prayer Wheel, normal enemies drop an additional card reward. There's our second Meteor Strike. See, I really think that like this deck at this rate becomes Hyper Beam, Meteor Strike, and just like energy generation, stuff like that. The Hyper Beams need to get upgraded though. I need to be able to take out AoE fights with them because next floor is going to be AoE. Next floor is going to be like an AoE Fiesta. An AoE Fiesta from 83 that takes Makar from A to B. I would like to take the Curse of Injury here, because if I can get 5... No, but without being able to choose my own path, it's really difficult to get 5 curses. I'm probably not going to increase my max HP significantly over the course of this fight. Never mind. I'll lose the damage there rather than the HP. Symbiotic Virus at the start of each combat, channel 1 Dark. That's probably not really going to work into our kind of archetype at all. Start each combat with 3 additional orb slots is nice, but is it what we want? Not really. Because think about it like this, right? If we're going Hyper Beam and Meteor Strike, we're going to get Plasma. Plasma is unaffected by focus, and Hyper Beam loses focus, right? So we're going to have difficulty spending all of our energy, and other orbs aren't going to do anything for us. So why would I need more orb slots? It seems to me that I just card remove something that does nothing for me right now, like Fission. Fission's like such a dead draw for this deck right now. I don't think I go for any relics. Like, at all. I think it's now time to leave. I think I saved my money for a later shop. Remove a card, sure. Next removal, probably Amplify. No, it's all for one. It's all for one. Is it? No, it's rainbow. Yeah, it's definitely rainbow, of course. Whew. Oh, setting up an echo form on turn 1 as well. I'll reboot because there were a lot of cards in that hand that I wanted to keep. We'll set up a machine learning as well. Double draw. Anything else I want to show up this turn? I could set up a buffer, but I could also just wait a turn and set up buffer then. Double set up buffer as well. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Okay, we'll wait. I'm also giving this Dark Orb time to charge up. Or we could double wake up with the... No, it's double buffer. So I'm waking the enemy up in a like really, really boring way. But... do I want to start hyper beaming yet? So I'm thinking I also have the opportunity to Electrodynamics, which will move the Dark Orb to the front of the party, and then I can multicast. It would cast for 1, so it does 24. Nah. No, it's hyper beam. We could also double up on Leap, but, like, why would we? We could also double up, sorry, we could also play Leap, but why would we? Because we're, buffered. We weren't going to be able to fully defend ourselves unless we doubled up on the Leap, so whatever. We've perfected 2 elites. Nunchaku, every time you play 10 attacks, gain energy. Not bad, not bad. Probably not going to take another Meteor Strike optimistically, right? Like, because I don't have any benefit from them yet, because I can't play them yet. Like, I took the previous one optimistically. Like, I was effectively just speculating that I may eventually be able to play them. At the moment, I can force play one with an energy potion, but that's not sustainable. Not going to take the second reboot, though. It's going to be really difficult to perfect a boss this floor. There's just not enough defensive cards in this deck. Just going to set up for the next... didn't get it. Oh, never mind. Did. Set up for the next Hyper Beam is what I was going to say. Popped him. I kind of want the second Leap. Like, we've gone away from a Pauper deck already. Sorry, a Highlander deck already. What else needs to be upgraded? So, cut. Yeah. Cut. Keep. Yeah. Keep. Cut. Keep. Cut. Keep. Okay, so, like, the only, like, obvious, super definite keep seems to me to be buffer. Okay. I think Echo's Form on the first turn is basically the most powerful opening turn that I can have. Also gonna use an energy potion and play a Hyper Beam. Transforms the enemy. I don't like, it's extraordinarily unlikely I get enough defense to defend myself. It's gonna be annoying. But I'm gonna Seek. I'll take Leap and Amplify. Now I'm gonna Leap and amplify the machine learning. I'm not gonna reboot. Next hand, my goal is to get buffer and double play that. And this forced me to full draw my deck, by the way, so it worked. I'm gonna use the Gambler's Brew to full mulligan. I'm looking for Leap now. That's not it. So reboot. This turn, I just need to put the enemy back down on the ground as fast as I can. So that's just like double hyper beam. I'm trying to do this where I get perfect at the very end. If I use Core Surge, I can keep myself from getting a negative. Is there any negative that I actually care about at this point? Because I'm so deep in focus debt. It's never going to be important to me. So playing the Core Surge would just remove it from my deck. Do I want to remove it from my deck? I do, because I want to increase the consistency of drawing my defense. I can double play Leap and then single play a Hyper Beam. It's not bad. This turn I can just double play Leap. I can't attack. I can Electrodynamics. Now the only reason to do that is to get it out of my deck. Ooh, it's difficult to coordinate the perfect here. At least for me. You might have had wild ease with it, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty. Play the Bias Ignition there, just get it out of my deck. And double up on the defense. Actually, I could even just double up on the defense and then single Hyper Beam. All I gotta do is evoke that front orb and we are good. Or we could just Hyper Beam. Yeah, this is the Hyper Beam deck now. Extra energy is essential, so I'm probably going to take the nuclear battery here. There's also the frozen core, replaces the crack core. If at the end of your turn you have empty orb slots, channel 1 frost, we immediately devalue the ability of frost. So that's not going to be great. We'll take the nuclear battery. We also have the option for empty cage for the card removal. And there's a lot of cards from this deck that I want to remove, but we are not outside the limitations of energy yet. And I definitely want to be able to play 2 hyper beams in the same turn. That's pretty important. Nuclear battery, not bad. It's hyper beam buffer, but I'm really looking to see if there's anything else. No, it's hyper beam buffer. Because a normal defense of this deck is extraordinarily difficult to do. But... oh, there's my defense. All for one. Energy potion, as well as... I'm avoiding self-repair because I take very little damage. Could be our 3rd leap. I think I'll end up taking 4 leaps to get the collector's bonus. Oddly Smooth Stone started combat with 1 dex. That takes our leap to 10 defense. It's pretty good. No, we don't really aggress. It's just not really our place. Charge battery is actually super interesting and important. I kind of want to take it and a card removal. Actually, probably Toxic Egg, charge battery, card removal. Yeah. Now, let's start thinking of cards that we want to remove from this deck that will never provide us a benefit. Bias Ignition. But, like, things that don't exhaust. Thunderstrike, right? Doesn't exhaust and will never provide us, like, a significant benefit. I'll take a block potion here as well so that I have the possibility to full defend myself. In an upcoming elite fight. There's no elite fight that I'm specifically looking at that I, need it for. But to have the ability to full defend myself is to gain 25 points. Amplified Buffer is pretty insane. But also Buffer Hyper Beam is pretty insane. Okay. I'm gonna double multicast. Got him. Figured it would. Didn't really want to count, but figured it would. Recursion will occasionally give me extra energy, but the thing is I have to get past my cracked core and my symbiotic virus before it happens, which isn't great. The Combile driver is actually interesting because we have Cracked Core and Symbiotic Virus and Nuclear Battery. We start combat with all of our orb slots open and with unique cards in them. So this is 10 damage, draw 3 cards. That's really, really significant. Is it good though? No, not really. It's powerful, but that doesn't make it good. I'm going to play the creative area here, though it's extremely unlikely that I end up playing anything from it. Okay. I could Core Surge Hyper Beam. And that would kill the frontliner as well. I would take no damage. Or I could Hyper Beam Core Surge and then I won't get hexed. Play a Natural Machine Learning. Let the Echo Form burn. If I amplify the buffer here, I will literally never take damage in this combat. That's exactly why the buffer is here, by the way, as well. So I'll just amplify a defrag. A machine learning, a charge battery. It doesn't really matter. We're just on path with inevitability to win here. We'll just eventually draw the ability to. Got him. I could totally see a hologram in this. No, I don't have enough energy to use a hologram in this deck. Never mind. None of those either. Okay, this is going to be a true test. Right, I'm going to use an energy potion so that I can play the Meteor Strike here. Multicast the first orb. Get a buffer out. Get a leap out. I was actually going to be able to play both of those regardless. Whoops. And then block potion. So the first attacks are going to go against my block. The second attack, the third attack is going to hit one of my buffers. It's fine to play the Bias Ignition, just get it out of my hand. I guess that's what I was doing. Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam. Yep, we managed to perfect that fight. That's not common. Take a second Seek and a War Paint. Upgrades my previous Seek as well. Not bad, not bad. Multicast also got upgraded, which I don't care about, but... I'm going to start upgrading all of these leaps. The ability to perfect these fights and keep, you know, all of the points from that is possibly going to put me on the scoreboards. We'll see. We'll see. I really want to play Echo Form, but if I play Echo Form, I have to play a defensive card. Unless I'm willing to bet that the 1 in 3 that lightning hits the Fat Gremlin when I hit him with the Core Surge. I'm really hoping I get buffer in my next hand. Because that's the only way I take no damage in this fight. We did get Seek. We can double up on Meteor Strike as well. Okay. Oh, wow. The second one didn't even trigger. Yeah, thanks, game. Thank you. So the second one didn't trigger because the lightning hit the... Oh, but the second one was never going to trigger anyway because the Dark Orb was going to kill the Fat Gremlin anyway. Yeah, that's my bad then. Never mind. I was about to complain about something and then I realized it's my fault. Just Rhapsody things. Is there any option I can take here that will result in me not taking damage? Yes. I take multicast buffer, and then I take amplified leap. Now we multicast at the start, get the extra energy back. Then we'll amplify the buffer. We'll leap, and then hyper beam to kill the frontliner as well. Not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. Double play the machine learning. I could play electrodynamics, but I could also just not do that. Yeah, I'm gonna seek, take both of these, play the hyper beam, reboot. Like electrodynamics would allow me to all for one, but I'm just gonna all for one without it, which means that next turn I'll have 5 energy. So if I get the meteor strike, I can use that, or I can just double up on hyper beam. Play another one after. Got him. Tiny chest, gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. No. Upgraded reboot. There's no reason not to take it, I guess. Pair, raise your max HP by 10. Good. So we need very little more max HP until we have one of the stuffed bonuses. That is the score bonus for having more max HP. The leaps. Brother. This deck can fit many leaps. Feeling a little vulnerable without buffer in player, that's fine. I'm going to amplify buffer and then just leap. No damage. Ever. We're extraordinarily far from a turn where the enemy can deal damage to us. Beautiful. White noise is not bad. Oh no, but it's going to give me a lot of... it possibly gives me any of the powers that are synergistic with orbs are going to be bad for me. Because I'm losing so much focus. So yeah, I'm not going to take it then. Aggregate, no. Recursion, no. Okay. Fusion by itself, though, our hands are extraordinarily expensive. Turbo could also actually have a place. It's like a shorter cooldown. Yeah, actually, we'll take Turbo. Turbo's actually really good. It with the Seek is going to enable me to do a lot of kind of wild stuff. Leap, Core Surge, Bias Cognition. I'm also going to use a skill potion here, actually. Probably a bad idea to have done that. Okay. It's fine. Ooh, nice charge battery. Charge battery, buffer, machine learning. I'm just going to use this as a setup turn. I'm safe for just like another 2 turns now. Nice. Amplify, Echo Form. Or reboot, see if I get like a hand that has ridiculously low-cost cards. Oh, like a really low-cost Meteor Strike or something like that? Because that seems like it might be good. And then I can take basically anything. Boop. No. And another no. Easy. Alright, we're going to perfect all of the elites on this floor. Is that the case? Never mind. No, it's not. Like, immediately. Oh, boy. We got smacked down so quickly. I can block for 15 maximum this turn. I keep putting leaps in the deck, and charge batteries, and buffer, and, like, I'm making an effort here. Game, if you'll just make the same effort back at me. Well, you're not going to? Well, F it. If I had an unceasing top, that would be great here as well. Oh well. Amplify electrodynamics. Send him straight to hell. Alright. Seek 2 hyper beams. Man seeking 2 hyper beams. Gold-plated cables, your rightmost orb triggers its passive an additional time. And another pre-upgraded reboot. Alright, so what's that take me to now? If I get 1 more reboot, I have a collector's bonus on it? Sure. Sure. Okay, at least here we get some setup turns. Okay, Seek is extraordinarily powerful in terms of allowing us to set up. Echo Form is possibly like the strongest setup card that exists. If I get an Echo Form amplifier, we can, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. This even leaves my turbo, but it's fine. So if I seek, I'm seeking twice. What am I looking for? I don't know. I don't know. Like Hyper Beam, double playing a Hyper Beam will kill both of the torch heads, but then I've got 18 damage coming in. And I can't naturally defend that. Take Hyper Beam Leap. Okay, sure. This is going to be a pretty underwhelming turn, but it's Hyper Beam and then single non-powerful Leap. And then I just want to take things out of this that I actually don't want in my next hand, so... We'll double play the Hyper Beam. Then we'll single play Charge Battery and a single play Leap. The rest of my deck's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Well, the first obvious thing is double play Meteor Strike. And then we'll double play Buffer. Probably reboot here. I want higher energy stuff. Like more Meteor Strikes. Machine Learning and Hyper Beam. Yeah, not bad. And we're safe against a bunch of attack styles at this point as well. Okay, so what do we want to dual play here? Guess like all for one, sure. Creative AI. Yeah, bias cognition just in case it ends up coming in handy. Got a bunch of free turns here just because of the buffer. I mean, if I multicast right now, I will have basically as much energy as I ever need. But do I have anything that translates energy into damage? Not really. I'm gonna do it anyway. Why? Because it sounds fun. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of energy. All right, we'll double up on Storm, play a single creative AI, and then Electrodynamics, Core Surge. I probably should have used an Amplify at some point there. Whoopsies. I guess I'll multicast for 2 damage a pop, but it was 48, so a lot of damage. I'm not going to take any of those. There's our offering for all of the curses, but we want the extra energy. Not being able to upgrade anything left, anything at rest sites from now on is pretty rough, but the extra energy is also pretty important. If I already had a curse in my deck, I would take the Calling Bell just so that I can end up with enough curses to get the curses modifier, but I don't have that, so I can't do that. Alright, we're gonna have to, like, line up for a single turn kill on each form of the final boss on this floor. Because otherwise we're probably going to have a wee bit of a problem. Call it a hunch. Reboot. Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam. Guess I'll seek looking for a bad card and a good card. Or I could take Turbo and Echo Form. Don't want to reboot anymore because now there's a void in my discard. But this does get me to the point that I can pretty easily just kill the Reptimancer. Take a second charge battery there because it's pre-upgraded. Losing electrodynamics is totally fine by me. Pretty happy to, in fact. Yeah, this is probably not actually going to be a particularly high score run for me. That's fine, though. Not everything has to be. I wonder what people actually did with this deck, because my solution is, well, doesn't seem extraordinarily well supported in the text. Just let's say that. No, and second turbo is possible. Probably the last turbo I take, though. Hey, it's Singing Ball! When adding cards to your deck, you may gain 2 max HP instead. That's actually still probably something I take. I probably also take Lantern. Now, the reason I take the Singing Bowl is because I turn down every card from here on, and I will get a score modifier as a result. Taking a wee bit of damage this turn. That's fine. We don't have the Runic Dodecahedron. If we did, then, you know, I would have played around it and specifically not allowed that to happen. Because of the high-cost, high-impact cards that we have in our deck, I wanted to take that leap, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Whoops. Because of the high-cost, high-impact cards that we have in our deck, Yes. Setting up Echo Form early is pretty ridiculously powerful. So I'm going to Seek here, and I'm going to take the Amplify Echo Form. I'll play single Charge Battery and single Creative AI. So I can double play Core Surge and then double play Bias Cognition, but then I need Lightning Orbs in order to actually benefit from it. So instead, I could just, you know, double play Hyper Beam, double play Hyper Beam. Actually, I want to double play one of my leaps, don't I? Yeah, I do. Then double play a Hyper Beam, single play a Hyper Beam, all for one to get some cards back. I have much left in my deck that I definitely want to cast. Not really, just those reboots. Enemy's not weakening me this turn, but they'll probably weaken me some turn in the future. I think I start to burn cards out of my deck that I don't want, so I think I'll do that. I'm actually going to turbo before the reboot. What I'm really hoping for here is to get the ability to hit a good buffer. Double up a buffer, but it looks like I'm not really getting that as an option. Oh well. Buffer Hyper Beam then. With a reboot in my discard, the All for One has the ability to bring that back, which is pretty significantly powerful. I mean, I could dual cast the multicast again, but where does the benefit come in? I can dual cast Electrodynamics, and then that'll allow me to multicast. No, but my focus is so low that evoking a lightning orb actually does nothing right now. All right, never mind. We just need to get to as many hyper beams as we possibly can. I'll Seek, take out the Meteor Strike and the All for One. This card is drawn, lose 1 energy. And Seek specifically allows you to put into hand, so it doesn't count as drawn. I think if I take the Voids, they won't lose me energy, and they're ethereal, so they'll disappear at the end of the turn. Double up on the Meteor Strike, so I get a ridiculous amount of energy here. Then we can reboot if I wanted to. I can just burn the 2 Voids right now. My next hand is super defensive. Yeah, I'll let that be my next hand. That's fine. I've got buffer up already anyway, so. Not a huge fan of this, though. Gonna get positive. So they can actually get some lightning orb damage out this turn. Alright, we'll reboot. Turbo, Meteor Strike, and then Hyper Beam after that. Good. Alright, managed to do that perfectly. We've also got the Potion Belt. Upon pickup, gain 2 potion slots, as well as the Speed Potion. Another buffer. If it came pre-upgraded, I'd probably take it, but it's not, so I probably won't. Another reboot, though. That's its collector's bonus for us. Colorless cards. Yeah, all right. How many... No, the attack cards that I do have are actually extraordinarily heavy, so it's going to be difficult for me to take Impatience. Discovery's really good, though. In this class specifically, because you discover so many expensive cards. So I'll take a Discovery. I'll definitely take a Panacea. And Finesse has no negative, so I'll take it. I could have just gained a bunch of max HP there. In fact, that may have ultimately been the correct move that I just ignored there. Oh no, we drew all of the reboots. What do we do now? Oh, we got a totally new hand. It's cool. Discovery. Oh, did I skip? You can skip Discovery? I thought I was just looking back at the screen for a second. Whoops. All right, I'm going to Seek. Take out an Amplify. Actually, I'll take out an Amplify and Echo Form. I could Turbo Buffer right now. Yeah. Turbo, Buffer, and Leap. So I full defend myself this turn. Do I want to reboot for 1 energy? Sure. That is to say, I have 1 energy left over. Do I want to reboot and use it? Yep. Cool. There's our Void. That's fine. I have so much artifacting right now. It's insane. There's our 45, so that's probably going against our buffer. Doubling the Hyper Beam twice is actually way more damage than using Meteor Strike here. I can even turbo the Meteor Strike for the kill, which I wouldn't have been able to do the other order. Mercury Hourglass at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Seek, as long as it's not in my final hand, is good for me. That's going to be my 3rd Seek. Okay. Frozen Egg, whenever you add a power card to your deck, it's upgraded. I'm probably not going to get another Leap before the end of the combats, and I'm going to feel really bad about that. Yeah, I'm going to Seek. I'll take a Hyper Beam and a Hyper Beam, and then I'll Hyper Beam you twice. I'll Turbo, and I'll reboot looking for more Hyper Beams, I guess. Nope, new turn. Well, there's another Hyper Beam. Oh, and I got the ability to seek to find the other Hyper Beam. That was pretty easy. Auto shields is not bad, but I think I've got to take the max HP. There's our leap. Beautiful. All right, we've got the collector's bonus on the leap now. So defect starts with 75 max HP, so we would need to get to 105. We get 2 card wards at the end of non-elite fights. Yeah, we're not going to get there. We'll get the first upgrade, though, which is nice. Discovery of... Ugh. Probably self-repair here. I messed that up. Yeah, I messed that up and had to use the weakness potion to save myself there. That's unfortunate. Did I perfect the last floor boss? I did. Okay. I think. What do I want to dual play here? Dual play multicast is going to be 7 by 8 is 56 and 7 by 12 is 84. 5684 is 140. That's 140 damage. It uses all my energy, though. Gives me nothing back at the end. I could double up on Panacea. I could also double up on the Seek. What 4 cards would I take, though? Probably 2 Meteor Strikes, 2 Hyper Beams. Yep. Strike, Meteor Strike, and Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam. Multicast to get the energy back. Meteor Strike again. I'll Panacea, charge battery, just to increase the slow triggers. And then reboot, and we've got a bunch of energy to have a whole nother turn if we want it. Overall, not bad. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been a hell of a lot worse, in fact. Double up on the buffer means that I'll definitely not take any damage in this fight, but doubling up on the Meteor Strike then allows me to amplify buffer, which is effectively doubling up on the buffer, right? Machine learning, I'm looking for a reboot here. I think Discovery reboot. See what Discovery gets. Gets Seek. Sure, I'll Seek for most expensive card I can find. It's going to be not... It would have been the Meteor Strike, but most damaging card I can find is actually the one that I wanted. Discovery here. Echo Form, sure. Amplify the Echo Form. Defend, and alright. We're about ready to slaughter pretty much anything on the universe next turn. Two of those, and a creative AI at the very end. Doesn't matter we didn't kill that turn. We are protected until the end of time now. Molten Egg, whenever you add attack cards to your deck, it's immediately upgraded. Next Seek is our final Seek for a collector bonus, right? All right, I think we now have enough collector's bonuses in this deck that we're out doing Highlander. Unfortunately, the deck is also quite thick. That's a bit of an annoyance to me, at least. Okay, I'm going to seek to take Panacea Amplify. Now, I'll amplify Echo Form. I'll single Panacea and Hyper Beam. I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill this enemy in time. I'm definitely not going to take damage to them. Double play Meteor Strike. Reboot for a new hand. Double reboot, I guess. Whoops. Didn't really have a way around that. That's fine. Seek for... I got a reboot in hand? I don't. Okay. So I should take Meteor Strike and reboot. Meteor Strike. Guess I play the Bias Cognition, just get it out of my deck. Then reboot. All right, now I can Meteor Strike. Just finesse. Hyper Beam, Creative AI, get that out of my deck. Reboot. Good. Machine Learning, double Hyper Beam. One thing we've got to remind ourselves is, unless we're killing the enemy, and we're not, all that's important is that I deal enough damage every turn to prevent them from dealing damage to me. Which isn't going to be a problem. But still. And now I'm actually just going to seek, and I'll take the... Oh no, it went back into the discard pile. Whoops. Alright, I'll take Discovery, just in case Discovery gives me Amplify. It doesn't. It does give me Core Surge, though. Cool. Core Surge again. Reboot. Just looking for buffer. Finesse. Damn it, I wanted Amplify buffer in particular. Oh well. Now if I get buffer, we're still fine. I can literally just end turn. Just 2 turns in a row. It doesn't matter. We're not killing the enemy. It's fine. It's fine. Nope. That would be my 3rd turbo. Probably too many at this point. Because I'm not going to get like another turbo in the next space. Or rather, I can't rely on getting another turbo in the next space. I might get one, but I shouldn't rely on it. Wow, we get a lot of garbage when we discover. Okay. Now that we've got the plasma at the front of the stack, we can have, in front of the queue rather, we can have the gold-plated cable trigger off of it, which is nice. And pretty much anything should be able to take out the Reptomancer here. Nice. Nice. Don't want a second multicast. Tempest would actually not be bad. If I could find a way to keep my... Like, if I could keep my focus for long enough, then I can use Tempest for a ridiculous amount of instantaneous damage because I have energy generation. I have the ability to fish for parts of my combo. So I'll take a single Tempest. First thing I'm going to do with the Seek is find Panacea. And also Discovery. The reason I'm doing that is because I am going to Speed Potion, Panacea. I'm not going to take the Steroid Potion. I don't want to keep that. Electrodynamics is fine. Charge Battery defends me for all I'm worth. Reboot to get a totally new hand. Problem. What I want to do right now is seek for Amplify and Echo Form. Play Amplify and Echo Form. But if I do that, I am going to take damage. I've got a knot, unfortunately. I do want to leave both of them still in my deck, though, just in case. I don't like this hand. I'm going to reboot. Earlier Meteor Strike is better. So I've got 11 decks in this fight. That's pretty ridiculous. I can now seek the card I was looking for. Or rather, the cards, plural. Amplify Echo Form. We'll amplify the Echo Form. Gonna Hyper Beam, kills the frontliner. I'll Core Surge and then Reboot. I'm looking for defensive cards here now. Got him. I know I keep charging up the enemy, but we're getting more powerful faster than they're getting more powerful. You need to take my word for it. Two charged batteries is actually enough to totally fund us this turn as well. I think I'm also going to amplify the Echo, the creative AI. This is why. Because we've now gotten to turns where the bias cognition is totally reasonable. Also, I can double play finesse for, you know, full defense. We're fine. What I want to do is storm electrodynamics right now. I definitely want to double up on Storm. So let's do that. I'll double up on something else later. It's fine. Seek. Is there anything desperately essentially in there? Not really. All right, we'll reboot. I don't want to use hyper beams in this fight. Okay, we're going to delay this turn. Oh my gosh. Yes, double up on Storm. Double up on Storm and double up on Buffer. Now, every single time we play a power, we get 4 lightning orbs. This is going to be our way of dealing damage here, and it's totally excellent. Leap and charge battery keep me safe. It's super easy for me to keep my... it's super easy for me to keep my character safe, which is why, you know, so keen to do all of this stuff. I would amplify bias cognition, but I am terrified, frankly, that that would, you know, turn around and bite me somehow. So I'll take amplify electro. I'm gonna play capacitor, then I'm gonna amplify the electro. Cool. Now, the super important thing to me is just getting extra focus. I don't have the ability to right now, though. I mean, I could Tempest for, you know, 40 damage per. It's not that big, though. I think here I'll double up the Echo Form. I'll double up Charge Battery. I'll Seek. And then double up Finesse as well. Now we fully defended. Yay! I really need a Bias Cognition out, so let's go. Bias Cognition, then Machine Learning. And I can leap. It's not necessary, though. All right, now we just need an energy manipulation turn with the Tempest or the multicast, and we win. If I dual play Discovery, what am I looking for? Powers. White Noise is going to give me a lot of free powers. Do have to dual play something else first, though. So Machine Learning, and then we'll dual play White Noise. I'm really looking for like defragment or another bias cognition here. There's defrag. Double play defrag. All right. So our time, we could have gone a lot faster if I didn't talk as much, you know. 1282. Yeah, that wasn't great. So we did go beyond perfect. We did get a couple collector's bonus. We could have had one more collector's bonus super easily. We also could have gone a little bit faster and we could have gotten 25. With well-fed, I only needed 8 more HP. So rejecting those 3 cards from the colorless event as well as one more card at some point for the singing bowl would have gotten me the well-fed upgraded. So I would have... I also failed to perfect one elite that I think it was possible that I perfected. So I could have gotten 25 more there. I could have gotten 25 more there. I could have gotten 25 more there and here. So I could have gotten maximum 100 more is what I can think of. 1282. Wow. We garbaged it. How did the people on the high score do that? Copy B, how? How? I really want to see how far down we are because it's like 1407 was the front page. And it had triplicate, right? So there were 3 people that got that. That was a path well taken. Game, please load. I must check. Must compare against internet strangers. All right. Yeah, no, yeah, so my score was the most common one, it looks like. 1282. Yeah, it looks like mine was probably mode. 1207 actually possibly as well. 1182. Okay, yeah, how did it increase from there? I do not know. I have no clue. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.